The Raytheon Sentinel is an airborne battlefield and ground surveillance aircraft operated by the Royal Air Force. Based on the Bombardier Global Express ultra-long-range business jet, it was adapted by Raytheon to meet the RAF's requirements. Originally known as the Aster Airborne Standoff Radar Program, the aircraft is operated by an all-RAF squadron manned by both Air Force and Army personnel. The Sentinel is interoperable with other Allied systems such as JSTARS and the NATO Alliance Ground Surveillance AGS system. In 2010, the UK Conservative Liberal Democrat coalition government's Strategic Defence and Security Review announced its intention to withdraw the Sentinel airborne ground surveillance aircraft once it is no longer required to support operations in Afghanistan. Sentinel has supported the British Army in Afghanistan. One Sentinel aircraft was deployed to assist French forces in Mali on January 25, 2013. The 2010 decision was reversed in 2014 by Prime Minister David Cameron, and in the 2015 SDSR, the British government announced that the type's retirement would be delayed and that it would remain in service into the next decade. Design and development. Aster has its roots in the British Army's Core Airborne Standoff Radar Caster program, which in 1984 modified a Britten Norman Islander GDLRA/Z.G 989 with a large nose radome for battlefield surveillance. The 1991 Gulf War confirmed the requirement for such an aircraft, but the end of the Cold War made funding difficult. The production contract was signed in December 1999 with a projected in-service date of 2005. The Sentinel-1 South African Rand is a modified Bombardier Global Express powered by two Rolls-Royce BR700 turbofan engines. The program involved 5 aircraft and 8 mobile ground stations, 6 on-wheeled all-terrain vehicles and 2 in-air transportable containers, and a training facility at RAF Waddington. The program cost £850 million, as budgeted. The support contract is for 3,200 flying hours per year, and between 2015-18 the fleet of 5 aircraft will have average running costs of £54.4 million per year. The Sentinel cockpit has a centrally housed, pull-down screen capable of displaying a moving map, Link 16 data link information and defensive aids subsystem DAS data. The DAS comprises a towed radar decoy, missile approach warning system and chaff and flare dispensers, and can be operated in automatic, semi-automatic or manual mode. The aircraft normally operates at over 40,000 feet 12,000 meters to ensure a high-resolution view of a large battlefield area. It is crewed by a pilot, a co-pilot, an airborne mission commander AMC and 2 image analysts. Mission endurance is approximately 9 hours. While the image analysts can analyze the images on board the aircraft, it is expected that, unlike the JSTARS, the actual battle management will occur on the ground. Citation needed. The main radar is a Raytheon dual-mode synthetic aperture radar, moving target indication SAR/MTI radar known as Sentinel Dual Mode Radar Sensor DMRS. It uses S-active electronically scanned array technology. Raytheon claim it could be modified to match the maritime surveillance capability of the cancelled Nimrod MRA-4, and the ground stations could be adapted to receive data from Watchkeeper, MQ-9 Reaper and the Future Scavenger program. A contract for the development of a maritime-capable software upgrade will be placed in the spring of 2015. Jane speculates that this would allow the Sentinel to detect surface vessels and potentially submarine periscopes, and that other sensors could be fitted as a low-end capability for maritime surveillance to complement a high-end platform such as the P-8A Poseidon. Operational history. The first flight of the modified prototype, which validated the modifications required for the Aster system, was in August 2001. The first production Sentinel R1 made its 4.4-hour maiden flight on May 26, 2004. The aircraft entered operational service with the Army Cooperation Squadron of the Royal Air Force based at RAF Waddington and flew its first operational sortie over Afghanistan on November 15, 2008. In 2010, the UK government's Strategic Defence and Security Review announced its intention to withdraw the Sentinel airborne ground surveillance aircraft once it is no longer required to support operations in Afghanistan. Sentinel has supported the British Army in Afghanistan. Its role above Libya in 2011 was described as pivotal by the head of the RAF. In February 2012 it was announced that Sentinel would be offered as the UK contribution to NATO's Alliance Ground Surveillance AGS collaboration, complementing NATO RQ-4 Global Hawks and French Heron TPs. On January 25, 2013, the British government announced that the RAF would deploy 1 Sentinel aircraft from RAF Waddington, in support of French operations in Mali. On February 14, 2014, it was reported that the Sentinel was used to map the scale of flooding in southern England. On May 18, 2014, The mode clarification needed announced that a Sentinel had departed to Ghana to assist in the search for the 223 schoolgirls abducted by the Islamic militant group Boko Haram in Nigeria on April 14, 2014. En route to Ghana, the Sentinel was forced to divert to Senegal due to a technical issue. In 2014, Prime Minister David Cameron announced the retention of the aircraft, even after operations ended in Afghanistan in fall 2018. On March 26, 2015, the MOD announced the deployment of 2 Sentinel aircraft to provide surveillance to coalition forces fighting as part of the military intervention against ISIL. During this campaign, the R-1 earned the nickname Boyle Lancer due to the rounded appearance of its radar pods and its similarity to the B-1 Lancer in terms of size and coloration. It was announced that the fleet would be cut to 4 aircraft with effect from April 1, 2017 and the service date extended to 2021. Indian interest. Indian defense officials requested the purchase of 2 Raytheon Sentinel aircraft in letter sent from the Indian Ministry of Defense to the U.S. Department of Defense in October 2017. Indian officials noted that the program has priority as many of the Indian Air Force's surveillance programs have been delayed. The Ministry of Defense also created a joint committee with officials and scientists from the Defense Research and Development Organization and Indian Air Force to facilitate the acquisition program and decide on mission equipment and software. Operators: United Kingdom, Royal Air Force, VAC Squadron. Specifications: data from Royal Air Force. General characteristics: crew 5, length 30.3 meters 99 feet 5 in, wingspan 28.5 meters 93 feet 6 in, height 8.2 meters 27 feet 0 in, wing area 94.9 square meters 1022 ft2, empty weight 24,000 kilograms 54,000 pounds, gross weight 42,400 kilograms 93,500 pounds, power plant 2 times Rolls-Royce BR 710, 65.6 kilonewtons 14,750 lbf thrust each. Performance: maximum speed Mach 0.89, range 9,250 km 5,800 miles, endurance 9 hours, service ceiling 14,935 meters 49,000 feet.